Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. This short 15-minute routine for the upper back and thoracic spine will help improve your energy and get you moving. By using a few foam roller techniques on targeted connective tissue combined with stretching for the upper back, more range of motion can be achieved. It can even help improve your posture and how well you breathe. So let's get started. We're going to begin by rolling our upper back. So we're going to bring the roller behind us and roll slightly back onto your shoulder blades, about the middle of them. And then we're going to protect our neck by spreading out the fingers, placing them behind the ears, and lengthen through the neck. Start to ease your body back into the roller and then press into the feet to lift the hips and roll from the top to the bottom of those shoulder blades. You might get a natural chiropractic adjustment here. And that might be the first thing that you need, just to get things loosened up here in our upper back. One more roll to the top and to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Now we're going into about the mid upper back. We stop below, we don't go below where the belly button would go through. And then find the middle of those shoulder blades. And then we're going to lower the hips onto the floor. Support the neck and the head still, but start to ease your whole body weight into the roller. So you're just feeling a little bit of pressure there, but the hips are on the floor. So you are just enjoying a chest expansion here. Think about pulling your elbows back further towards the floor. Take a deep breath in and then let it out. Then start to slide your body forward so the roller goes up to the top of the shoulder blades. Drop into your left hip and then bring your tricep and your elbow right on top of that roller. And then adjust a little lower so you're right at the very back of it. And you can even drop your hand. It's at 90 degrees at the elbow. Drop the back of your hand backwards towards the floor. And then lean your body right into that arm on the roller, and then when you come back away from the arm, bring your arm back up to 90 degrees at the elbow. Palms are facing like the front, like your knees, and then roll your body again towards that arm, but keep the arm bent at the elbow, roll back away from it, and again towards it. So you're getting rear deltoids, the very top back of the shoulder and the arm. One more roll towards the arm, and then lean back. Now bring your palms slightly down to wherever it can. Don't force it. You're not pushing into it because you're going to feel a little of a strain. Your arm doesn't go that far. Start to lean forward towards it just slightly. You're going to feel a stretch through that shoulder joint, but never force it. And then back and then forward again, keeping the arm down, just a little gentle rotation. So as we loosen up that shoulder joint, it will help as well with the upper back. Then from here, you're going to take that whole arm and you're going to bring it behind the roller so the elbow goes on the floor. You're going to center that roller right in the middle of the armpit. So your armpit is resting on the roller. If you are missing lymph nodes, shift your body backwards more into the lat and right behind that armpit. And you can stay back there and put your hand underneath your head so it's supporting your neck. If you're not missing lymph nodes and you're good to go, you can roll back into the shoulder blade and then into the armpit. Try to even go all the way into the chest wall and the front of that armpit as you make a very slow, purposeful roll towards the chest and the armpit, and then backwards through the armpit to the upper shoulder blade. There might be some tender spots there. So this is just a quick way to loosen things up, and you will be amazed at how much more mobility you will have, not only in just that upper back region, but through the shoulders. It's all connected. Everything connects up and back. One more roll. And then we're slowly going to bring the roller a little bit lower. So now your armpit is above that roller. And I want you to just gently lean back and forward and find that shoulder blade area. And then draw your body up and down about an inch, not very far. Your elbow might come off the floor. And you're getting into the lats. Then you're going to release the hand all the way to the floor. Use your right hand to press into the roller and come all the way up. Do a couple quick shoulder rolls, elbow up, because you want to really loosen that up. Then take that same arm, reach it up overhead, grab hold of the wrist, and you can sit with your knees crossed or up, and then pull that left arm overhead. So you want to stretch out those lats and the armpit and the tricep and release. We're going to the other side now. So you're going to switch into that right shoulder blade, and you're going to bring that right tricep and the elbow right on top of the floor. Drop into your right hips, knees are stacked, and then start to lean into the top of that arm and that tricep. So there's going to be probably some tender spots right back up into the back of your shoulder, the very top of it, and lean into it. Now we're going to lean forward into it and then back away from it. Take your hand that's at your elbows at 90 degrees, start to rotate the back of your hand towards the floor. So your elbow's still at 90 degrees. And now leaning into it and back. Just get a nice stretch going in that shoulder. One more. And then bring the elbow back, hand back up so it's 90 degrees. It's amazing how much of a difference that makes. You really get into those trigger spots, especially if you're on the right side and you work at a computer a lot. Just moving your hand like the mouse can get that area, the fascia tissue connects all the way to that upper back and can cause some stiffness and some issues into pinky, all the way to the pinky finger, up the tricep, even to the ear. It's all connected, even to the ear. And then push that hand, not push, but lower the palm towards the floor, elbow still at 90, and then gently start to rotate forward and back. And again, you might feel some pulling. If your neck is tired, feel free to make a fist and place it on your right shoulder so you are not straining through the neck. Let your head rest on your fist, or you can even hold your head with your left hand. It's about staying comfortable. One more. Now from here, you're going to take that whole arm, elbow on the floor, behind the roller. Let your head rest in your hand. Now the armpit is going on the roller, staying backwards into the shoulder blades. If you have any lymph nodes missing, if you've had any surgery, or you're having some issues going on here, listen to your body and your doctor. If you are good to go, you can also, and you have those lymph nodes, you can roll through. Let the body weight go into that armpit and then forward all the way into that chest wall, and then backwards again into that shoulder blade on the right side, and then forward. How's that feeling on that right side? Could be a little different on this. If you've had any rotator cuff surgeries or injuries, you might have some little bit of scar tissue or tenderness in here. If that's the case, don't put as much pressure on that foam roller. Listen to your body. Couple more rock and rolls into that chest wall, and then back through the armpit into that upper right shoulder blade. Then from here, we're going to move the roller a little bit lower. So now the armpit is above the foam roller, and you're just going to gently rock back and forth. And this is a very small movement into the shoulder blade and back towards the bottom part of below that armpit. And then roll backwards just slightly back into that lat and slide your body forward and back. Up and down, forward, slide that body forward and back. Then from here, we're going to use that left hand on the roller and release and come all the way back up. Same thing here. We want to stretch. So reach that right arm over, hold the wrist, stretch it over. And breathe. And then release that arm all the way down. So for that upper back mobility, last one. Now this is the final one that's going to feel so good. You're going to turn your roller longwise, and you're going to sit up on the back, the very edge of your roller, and you're going to lay all the way back down. So your head is supported on the roller. Now, if you do not have a long roller, then you might want to get some pillows or something to stack up to support your hips. So just because your head then and your upper back will be on that roller. But you want to make sure that you're having some support there, or a couple yoga blocks. So you're going to have, you could even have the yoga blocks on your head and just the upper back and tailbone are on the roller. It's up to you, make those adjustments. Have your feet about hip distance apart, and then we're going to bring the arms all the way up to the sky and walk your shoulder blades away from your ears, and then reach the right arm over your head and left hand to your hip, and then switch. Left hand overhead, right hand to your hip, and then a few more. We're massaging along the edges on the inside of those shoulder blades. So when your upper back mobility improves, we can breathe easier as well. We usually get more chest expansion, which we are going to work towards right now. So bring both arms all the way back up to the sky. Turn your palms to face your feet, and then pull your elbows down towards the floor. Almost like you're going to squish your shoulder blades on either side of the roller. And then reach your arms back up. Palms still face the feet, and then pull the elbows straight down, opening up that chest. One more, reach up. We're going to pull all the way back down. Then you're going to let the back of the hands start to float to the floor, keeping your elbows bent. So you're like cactus arms, really feeling that stretch through the chest wall. Try to think about having the backs of your fingers go towards the floor. And you're breathing, so you're really feeling that stretch and pull across the chest. And then from here, gently let your head drop towards the right. So not only you're stretching the left side of the chest wall, you're stretching up the neck as well. It's all connected. So if our neck gets really tight, or if our chest is tight, it pulls our head down. Then very slowly pull the head to neutral, and then let your head drop to the left. Now you're feeling the stretch in the right side, maybe through the neck if it's tight, never forcing anything. And we're working the core. Make sure your back is pushed into the roller, not arching up, but pushing it down. And then head comes back to neutral. Slide both arms overhead, like straighten them out. And then pull, keeping the backs of your hands towards the floor. Start to bend the elbows as they draw toward your rib cage. And then slide them back up overhead. Really stretching again through the armpits. Back down to the rib cage. One more time, reach it up. And then back down. And then go ahead and bring your fingertips back to the floor, palms down, next to the body. We're going to lift the head and roll yourself off the side of your roller and sit yourself all the way up. We're going to sit up nice and tall here. And just let your roller go behind you. And you can sit however feels comfortable to you. We want to just get nice and tall, roll those shoulders. Lengthen. Now I want you to pull your chin in, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Place your right hand on the floor a little behind you. Reach your left hand to the top of your right knee or thigh. Lift through the base of your spine and then start to twist. And look behind you as far as you can. Feel that nice twist through the upper back. You might get a little natural adjustment here. Take a breath in. And then on your exhale, twist a little deeper. And then go ahead and release. Sit nice and centered again. Line up the posture. Bring your left hand behind you slightly. Draw that right hand to the outside edge of your left knee or thigh. Lift through the spine. Take a breath in. And then start to rotate and twist to the left. And notice the difference. One side might be easier to twist in than the other, but feel the upper back stretching with that twist. And then on this breath, we're going to breathe in, lift taller, twist a little deeper on your exhale. And then we're going to release all the way back to center, make some adjustments, a little sway side to side. Notice how much more mobile your upper back is, and maybe the nice thing is when your back is more mobile, your chest is open, we have better posture. So line up those ears over the shoulders, chin is under, reach the arms up and over. Exhale, palms to heart space. You're all taller, you have great posture. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.